A lot of homeowners think remortgaging is something they can sort closer to the deadline. And sometimes, yes, it can be quick, but leaving it too late can put you under pressure before you even realize it. Because now you have less time to compare options, less time to fix any issues, less time to gather any documents, and a higher chance of falling onto a rate you didn't actually choose. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you why leaving your remortgage too late is dangerous and what you should do instead. So why is leaving your remortgage late too dangerous? Leaving it late can give you less control. You may have fewer options. You may even feel pressured into making a quick decision. The danger is not just the rate, it's the timing. The closer you get to the end date, the less breathing space that you have. And honestly, this is not about scaring people. It's about avoiding any last minute pressure. And the biggest problem I see is when people act only once they realize they feel the deadline is urgent. And here's a real life example. A homeowner might think, I'll sort it out nearer the time. But then they suddenly see that their deal ends next month and everything becomes urgent. The dangerous part is that by the time it feels urgent, you may already have fewer options. And this is where usually the last minute panic starts. You feel that your fixed rate is ending. The homeowner suddenly wants everything sorted now, quickly. They need rates, they need advice, they need documents, they need to make sure that the lender checks and the applications are done in time. The conversation changes from what is best to what can be done fast today and now. And what I see time and time again is rushed decisions can lead to costly mistakes. But when everything becomes urgent, it's harder to make a calm decision. Sometimes when you have pressure, the easiest option may feel like the only option. And that's because you haven't given yourself enough time to think about your options. I'll give you a scenario here all the time. People come to me and say, my deal's ending in 4 weeks. Can we get this done now? Can we get it done quickly? And sometimes you can, but it is not where you want to start from. Panic is where bad mortgage decisions usually start. The problem is your mortgage deal does not wait for you to get organized. Your fixed rate has an end set date. That date does not move because life gets busy. If nothing is arranged, the lender still will move you somewhere, which is the standard variable rate. Doing nothing still is a decision that you've made yourself. You may end up on a rate you do not actively choose. But remember, your life may be busy, but the mortgage deadline is fixed. It does not pause because you're waiting for rates to drop. It does not pause because you don't have time to sort out your documents. You need to keep things simple, practical, give yourself time to get yourself organized. Honestly, it's like a renewal date on a major contract. You can prepare before it comes, or you can wait until it arrives and then react. Your deal has a deadline, whether you prepare for it or not. And if nothing is arranged in time, this is where the SVR risk comes in. SVR means standard variable rate. This is where your mortgage moves when your deal ends. It can be more expensive. Your monthly payments may increase. Many people do not choose this, they drift to it. The danger is falling onto it by accident. People don't purposely go onto the standard variable rate unless they have a specific reasons. The risk for this is not having anything arranged in time. It's like a homeowner may not decide, I want to pay more. They may just leave things late. The deal ends and then the higher payment kicks in. Who's the loser? The homeowner themselves, because they give you more money to the bank than what they need to, because they didn't give themselves enough time to prepare for their remortgage. And remember, when the deadline is close, it's not just about the standard variable risk. It's that your options become more limited. Fewer options means more pressure. You've got less time to compare with lenders, less time to review what your current lenders are offering you, less time to check fees and total costs, less time to think about flexibility, less time to actually ask proper questions. The faster option can feel like the best option at the time, could be the worst option in the long run for you. Pressure makes every decision feel rushed. When people are rushed, they may accept whatever is available rather than what is best. It's just like in my previous videos when I said that it's not just about renewing, it's about knowing what is the best route for you. A homeowner may accept their current lender's renewal offer simply because it can be done quickly, not because it was clearly compared. And this becomes more risky when something on the file needs fixing. Problems take time to fix. Remortgages can be simple, but not always. Income may need reviewing. Documents may be missing. Bank statements may raise questions. Credit commitments may need explaining. Valuation or legal work can delay things. These things are manageable early, but stressful if you leave it late. Most problems are not disasters if you find them early and find a way to resolve them. The issue is finding it too late. If a lender asks for an extra bank statement or something on the payslip that needs explaining, that is fine when you have months, but not ideal when your deal ends in 2 weeks. You do not want to discover a problem 2 weeks before your current deal ends. And while you're waiting, the market itself is always changing. Rates can change whilst you wait. Rates can move up, rates can move down, products can be withdrawn, new deals can appear, lender criteria can change. Waiting is not always wrong. Waiting with no backup plan is risky. You do not need to predict rates perfectly. The smart move is not guessing the market, it's having an option ready and then continuing to review it. If rates improve, you have time. But if rates do not improve, you have nothing secured. That is when the pressure starts. The problem is not waiting, the problem is waiting exposed. And a lot of times, it's not even that the rate causes the delay. It's the boring admin that causes it. Trust me, admin sounds boring, but it matters. Documents need checking, applications need packaging, lenders need time to assess the case, solicitors may need to get involved. Smaller delays matter, but when the deadline is close, missing paperwork can slow everything down. For example, like a missing bank statement 6 months early is easy to fix. A missing bank statement just before your deal ends could cause unnecessary panic. The boring admin can be more expensive when the time is tight. So the better approach is to have a clear remortgage timeline before the pressure starts. My key tips for you are: review your remortgage 6 months early, check your current lender options, check the wider market, review affordability, gather documents, secure a backup option where suitable, keep reviewing rates, finalize calmly before your deal ends. The best option is having something ready while still being able to review the market before your current deal ends. Trust me, early does not mean panic, early means options. And this moves us into my final lesson and key takeaway for you all. Leaving it late creates pressure. Pressure creates rush decisions. Rushed decisions can cost money. You do not need to predict the market, you need to plan before a deadline. Preparation gives you control. Do not wait until it feels urgent. The smoothest remortgages are not usually the ones where people guess the rates perfectly, they're the ones where people prepare early. The closer you get to the deadline, the less control that you're going to have. Leaving your remortgage too late is dangerous because by the time you act, you may have already have less time, fewer options, and more pressure. Now this links into the next remortgage mistake video. Even if you start early, there's still another mistake that homeowners make. They treat their mortgage renewal like it's about picking a new rate, but the renewal should be a proper review of the full mortgage, not just the rate switch. In my next video, I'll explain the biggest remortgage renewal mistake nobody talks about and why renewing your mortgage should not just about be picking a new rate.